deep. Fucking finally. Ah, connection at last. Good. Very good indeed. Now to set everything up. One for this and one for the other, and now we can play game. Now then, let's resume. Basically just started this right where we left it off. Post game and was like, okay, what do we need? We need some braziers. I remembered that I wanted to do this, so I set everything up for it. And, well, we're still kind of getting cold there, and we are pretty much at the day where ships stop coming. Which, you know, is all things considered not good. Now, we do kind of invest into the thingy. Yes, thingy, that's a good thing to say it. The what's the fucking name? Charcoal Kiln, I think was the name. Yes, I think actually it was. Generator construction. Done. Done. Almost done. Well, almost done. The project is ahead of schedule by 5 days. We are producing the steam exchangers, I think. Yep. Boom. That is good. We are almost finished, and I think that should help quite a bit. The main problem is that as the heat drops rather steadily, we are going to run out of coal rather quickly. Bit of a troublesome situation that we need to deal with. We do have all the upgrades though, kinda. Mostly. I do kind of want to get the charcoal kiln though, because I think actually coal is going to become a problem again. For the longest time in this game it wasn't. Right now we're making a small bit, but I did kind of start building up braziers, and those of course are going to eat a lot of my coal. Relatively soonish. Which means we're going to fall into the negative relatively quickly if nothing changes. Actually, we should probably be steam hubs eat minus 144, the heaters eat 118, the ventilation plants eat an ass load. Okay. That should give me a bit more coal balance. My ventilation plants eat nothing now. The bath houses still eat 144, and the steam hubs eat 144. So we'll see how this actually turns out. Right now the braziers are getting built. They should keep my people nice, warm and cozy. Look at that. Nice and cozy. Just like I said. Okay, let's heat the cookhouse. Alright, that one is not built yet. Why can't I do anything about it? Oh yeah, because it's not built. So far, things seem relatively good. Let's actually try to heat everything that is cold and see what happens. The AC can no longer send help. I would really like to just get rid of you then if you can't send me any help anymore. What does that do to my coal? My coal balance goes down like a bitch. Well, it's not even surprising at this point. But hey, the generator is almost finished. It has taken a long while to set this up. Just saying. Honestly, yesterday I actually factually overdid it. It kinda killed my sleep for the next day quite horrendously. Which is, to put it mildly, not good. I really do need the heater efficiency though. Yay, we've got a transport. And I think after day 37 they said no ships will come, so as soon as that actually happens, we can stop heating the places. Which is of course nice and dandy. Precision where only convicts work. Yeah, but we don't have any places where only convicts work. Which is, actually speaking, not a bad state. Should be something we are relatively proud of. Attention, all workers. The workers done for the day. Are fucking screwed. Now this needs to start working immediately. This also needs to start working immediately on long shifts. Target will do 33% more coal, you say. Can we get this now? Yes, because I think actually my heaters are going to eat, yeah, they eat 422 coal a day. That ain't cheap. That's putting it fucking mildly. But hey, at least like this my people will not starve. Well, I mean, they might still starve, but at least they're not gonna freeze while doing it. Shove off! We're going home! This is it, the last chance to get out. Don't push me, I'm an engineer! No! 1 minute, 4 minutes first. Beginning of the end. 10% of oxygen will get hurt. Discontent will rise greatly. Energies will leave. Motivation will fall greatly. Okay, let's shut off all the buildings. That do not work any longer. Because, well, there's no real reason to have workers sitting around doing shit all for us. Now, we can still use the resources, though. Well, we can use them up, basically. But after that, nothing will come. Nothing whatsoever. Also, what a beautiful day that was today. Because overnight, the government had decided to, because of a bit of a stormy weather, to close all schools. Which, to put it mildly, was a royal pain in the ass. Because actually I had to try my best at doing some babysitting for one of my cousins, because, well, I just couldn't take a day off, of course, so it was like, hey, you have some flexible working hours, don't you? Can you do me a solid and take care of the young one? I was like, oh, sure. A little stain comes over and goes like, what you wanna do? Come with me, go to work, or stay home and, you know, do what 16-year-old teenagers do. So mostly masturbating. Most proponently. Sadly, he used my little smartphone, my a private smartphone actually, for that, because that one is not locked, and I had it at home, as I usually do, because, well, I mean, why not? No reason to take that with me, you know? I come home, open the Discord, and I get a massive amount of shit-knowing fucking bullshit thingies from bots telling me, that's so nice of you to join the server, and the server's like, you know, fucking XX nudes nonsense bullshit. I was not too pleased. Then again, I can understand where the boy comes from, honestly. You know, he's a bit of a tough mother who is not at all willing to let him browse freely. Yeah, that should help. Even, using locks on his own little smartphone thing to make sure that he doesn't get, away with anything. So I can understand where he's coming from, but still, that was not the most pleasant of surprises. Oops, no, those need to be heated. These places, however, do not need to be heated any longer. Now, how much... Yeah, my coal gain is not where I need it to be right now. This here needs to build up faster. We need to start collecting shit. Now, the charcoal kiln should produce coal. And it should be in range of the gathering station. So I hope. What do I have left? I have one engineer left. Where can I put him? So I do need more workers. Jesus fuck Christ. We are alone. The game wakes up in yearly silence. Eerie silence. The last ship's gone. We can no longer count on support. No supplies. No mail. No way to evacuate in an emergency. We're on our own. If you people could stop bitching and moaning all the time, that would be most appreciated. Appreciated like you wouldn't believe it. Oh, my little charcoal people, produce me charcoal, please, because, okay. How are we gonna do this? Probably like this. Workers. And workers. Also heat that shit. Now, with that out of the way, I think we're good. And then we should not forget that we have like 40 people actually sitting here. Actually, where are all my convicts at the moment? Here and here. Okay, let's put all of the convicts here. There are a few more from here. So that we can get them to work actually on something most promising. Family, alone in the world. Yeah, it happens. Happens to the best of us. Yeah, what is it, my people? Oh, hungry. Sir, with the cold upon us, people are getting worried about food shortage. There are complaints that the overseers are abusing their authority to control the food rations distribution. Putting themselves ahead. They know what's best. We just have to accept it. Now then, what does my cold map say? My cold map says everybody is relatively heated. Should probably heat the generator though. Just so my people don't suddenly fall ill and die. Our cold balance is nice and plus. As soon as we have this finished, we should be relatively safely able to start the generator. I hope. The hopes of a last generation that will potentially live here. Why did I knew that I would go back to fucking coldness? Why, oh why did I know that? Well, I mean, it's kind of, in the name of the game, but still. Eh. Yeah, we can still give more heat if worst case comes to worst, but we really need that efficiency upgrade. All the heaters need to be as efficient as possible, because otherwise we cannot get the necessary cool things going. Absolutely not. Could you people stop complaining for even a minute? So, the people working on your instructions said really appreciate that you turned the heater on, but most of them are complaining that they can barely feel the heat from their workstations. Now it's secured breaks. Waiting zone and construction site workers will work less efficiently, but will less likely get ill. Sure, but keep it short. Efficiency drops another around about 10%. We're gonna be finished in 9 hours anyway, so I don't really see any need to push my luck here. And that should help a lot with what we have to do. Here's my little charcoal, but actually producing coal. Okay, it actually is producing without... Okay, so this one actually doesn't put just out a little field of coal to collect. It's actually just putting out coal. 14.4 a day, to be precise. Plus the collection here. Seems to work in our favor rather drastically. Yeah. If I were to go ahead now and rise the heat setting to inmobile braziers. I don't actually think I have one up here. It didn't really seem useful, you know. Most of those buildings can heat themselves. Still, my economy is actually rather good. Okay, that is the case. Let's raise the bar a bit. What happens if I heat all of my buildings? With the efficient heaters, mind you. We can't afford that, can we? I think we actually have all of them. The Book of Law is like, do you want to sign law? I'm sitting here like, ow. Yeah, the bathhouses alone are eating an assload of shit. Nah, can't do shit here. Which would probably mean it would be a good idea to get another charcoal kiln going. I built this up early. It'll probably go a long way in keeping us alive. Still leaves us with a bit of a problem of the usual, a workers shortage, just a bit, but the generator is actually going somewhat well. So I'm seeing that my sound is not working. Why is it not working? Ah, now it's working. Stupid setting. Why does it always turn off? Oh right, because when I plug in the thingy, it actually turns off because it changes. Yes, very much so. I will admit that was my mistake. I do apologize for that. Small problems, of course. Part and parcel of what's normal. And then let's cut a bit of workers out here. Because we do need to get these charcoal kilns going. We do have a nice amount of coal for 1800. But yeah, we are producing 400 and we need like 800. But one of the charcoal kilns gives 235, so 2 more should put us close. Very close to perfection. Very, very close actually. do wonder when it's actually going to get warmer again. Makes you wonder, doesn't it? Yeah, but of course, first it's gonna get even fucking colder. Yeah. We hadn't had enough coldness in already. Now you start producing coal, please. We eat an ass load of coal. Okay, that thing is done and over with. That thing can use 10 more workers. Come on, finish it. Okay. Get full workload. We should be able to stand this. Okay. And so we can turn this off. Turn this one off. And poor people having to actually go through the fucking snow over there. Those poor sons of... Yeah, it's getting a bit chilly. But hey, the bath houses are still keeping themselves rather warm. I mean, sure, the ventilation plant is cold, and the public house is getting kinda cold. Move indeed. If you want to survive, then yes, moving would probably be advisable. Reproduce 33% faster. Is there anything else I really need right now? Not really, I guess. So basically, producing more coal is basically the answer. Okay, is there any area that is not getting properly heated? Fucking public house is not getting fucking heated. Make sure that we actually have, well, somewhat livable conditions everywhere. So that my fucking people don't die. I would very much appreciate it if they don't die the last rocky trail. We're doing our best this year to keep the people alive. The staff now, this is bad. Actually, my foragers are still producing food. I'm very happy with that. Put it mildly, it's actually a life-saving thing at this point. Even with the extra steamy thingies, we should have no problem keeping things nice and hot. If I run the bathhouses too, but oil is over. I waited so long for this day.
It's operational. It's operational.
We did it! Sir, with great sacrifices, we finally completed the generator. Yes! Some said it could not be done, and yet here it stands, towering over the camp, majestic and defiant, a proof of our supremacy over the cold and Mother Nature. It seems to challenge the world. We will endure, and endure we shall. We now need to hold out until the icebreaker arrives to take us home. We're almost done. So close, yet so far. Activation will rest greatly. We'll wait until the weather improves enough for ships to arrive to take us home. We just have to hold on for a few days longer. Still time to improve the generator. Research generator upgrade. Oh, there it is. Can I fire up the generator? A system of large vertical pipes will improve the circulation. Yeah, I mean, I get it. Also, what do I need for that? Steel composites, steam exchangers. Okay, I need like 25 Steel composites. Like 45 steam exchangers. Which will be a problem because we're not actually producing any steel at the moment. Good work. Congratulations, you finished the generator, not a moment too soon. Nationwide food shortage caused people to take to the streets. And riots, Prime Minister wants to redirect resources for the generator program, we might have to change your next assignment. The icebreaker is on its way. Preserve the Empire. Actually, is there even a chance for us to produce any steel? Ah. I don't think actually there is a chance for us to produce any steel, is there? Nope. Really doesn't look like it. And we still get the steel that is here, but it's really not enough, is it? Well, I guess we have to live with what we have left. And just hope for the best. As soon as this is done, we basically have all the we need, and we can probably get the riser system. The overdrive, not so much. I don't think. I mean, technically speaking, we have convicts. I don't really like to use convicts. They seem unreliable at best. And how many do we have? Steel composites too. It costs 20 steel a pick. Can produce a few. Crazed preacher. A crowd is gathering by the generator around a tall, wiry man. He's shouting, gesticulating wildly. We built this Tower of Babel against the god. Silence him. He will not ruin my my main project, my generator. My generator is holy. It shall stand tall against all criticism. Because otherwise I will beat that criticism on the head with a large stick. Not the nicest way of doing things, but it does work. You'd be surprised. Still, the coal balance is very much in our favor. And everything seems to be more or less actually going. No one is unnecessarily freezing, at least. So we do have something going for us, at the very least. It's 5, it's 6. Six when you need 10. That's ain't going to fly. Okay, with that we get to 8. I mean, that's gonna help. Somewhat, at the very least. How many steel thingies do I actually have set up? 127 or 130. Might actually get enough steel to finish off. At least one of the upgrades. And I don't see it getting any colder. 8 to the 9 to the 10. Gotta cut them all. Sir, my store of wood is low. We need to step up logging. Thankfully, the area around the camp abounds in trees. We can research and build sawmills and cut them all down. Game is like, I would like to point out that you can do this. You know, just in case you were wondering, yes you can. Okay, and now we need Steam exchanges next on the line. 25 to be precise. Yeah, that's gonna be bothersome. How many do I have? 7. Getting up to 8. I'm stressed. So yeah, people complain about the short shift law you signed some time ago. Still not that been put into effect. Did not promise them a knife. Eh, fuck you too. These people really have a bout of complaining about the most silliest of things. We're fighting for survival and then can we get a short shift please? I'm sitting and like, you can't. Very clearly not. Now then, 25 of those. We're really playing with fire here though. I mean, it's not like we're gonna freeze at least. So I guess the main threat of this particular game has not yet managed to murder us. Yeah, I was kind of fearing for that. Okay, that builds up motivation again. Okay, why are you just sitting outside in nowhere land with nothing to do? Actually, what do we have equipped? Yeah, that's just construction profiles. Those I actually don't need too many. As of right now, that is. $25, and then it's 15 and 20. But those 25 alone are going to take me a while. Oh, it's getting warmer again. I can see it's getting warmer. Day 46, eh? Not that far in the future. What is it this time, people? Sorry, you will have to survive. Once again, actually doing your fucking work. We quite literally have other problems to deal with. Including, but not limited to, the fact that my people are somewhat, you know, starving. Sooner or later they will. We haven't gotten any food in a while, so they're eating through our resources, which is of course not good. I think tomorrow we will get the next upgrade. The generator, the heart of the future city. We haven't turned it on yet, but we still can raise the number of people it might save, and their chances of ultimate survival by upgrading its capabilities. I would like to go there, but I can't, because the game quite literally doesn't let me. I mean, quite literally not. Hey game, that's dumb. That's really dumb game. I'm like, no, I'm not gonna let you. Screw you and all you stand for. I guess one more upgrade we can get. More free workers. Not that I have any need for them. I don't really know what to do with them. It's putting it rather mildly. Okay, come on people, it's time to get back to work. Motivation drops like a bitch.
Get to your workplaces now.
These people are really good at the whole complaining thing. Really good, I'd say. Actually, I'm pretty sure I've done everything I can to make you happy. I don't think I actually can do much for your bloody fucking happiness. It does seem that we do lose an alarming amount of it. And it doesn't really seem like we can do much about it. I guess I could change the shifts around again. But that really only helps with this content though. Yeah, it's a bit of a problem, isn't it? Like, you know, a bit of a dire problem. And we're officially out of resources.
Your quarters.
Truly a shame, but a predicted shame at this particular point. Sad as that might be. 6 away, because we can't finish that. Well, can't have it all. We make a massive coal gain. The game is like we're running out of coal. That eats wood. Well, that ain't good. I actually had not seen that particular nonsense, which means, yeah, do my people have wood? Means at this point my people are somewhat freezing. I don't really think I can do much about it, honestly. And I misjudged it, didn't I? We really would have needed the other one too. I mean, we are still producing coal, mind you. This might actually help a bit.
Attention! Get to work immediately!
How many more days do we need to survive? We need to survive 1, 2, 3, 4, 8. What's wrong? Frostbite. That's wrong. Bunch of complaining mongoloids. And I should really have kept an eye on my fucking resources, shouldn't I? How does it look? Coals. We are gaining again.
Attention all personnel. Work is over for today.
You know, I need to have those burning at all times. Otherwise, I'm getting fucked. Not that long any longer. Little people, you just need to survive a bit longer. Okay, we can still get our motivation up a bit if worst comes to worse. One day, 12 hours. We can survive one day, 12 hours. I almost want to believe it. Almost. This is really going to be a bit of a race against time.
All employees, report for work at once.
Motivation is going ridiculously low at this point. More people are falling ill. Give them a nice evening service so we actually survive, potentially. Mondays. Missing lookout. Sir, if everything goes according to plan, the icebreaker should be here tomorrow. The moment too soon, as everybody is desperate to leave this place. And for people, one of our people went out to the ice to look out for the ship. But it's been some time, he hasn't returned. Friends are worried something happened to him. Yeah, let's look for him. I mean, we can afford sending a few people around. I quite literally do not have anything to do for my people. It might sound a bit strange, but quite literally not. Day 45. Good bit of warmness is on its way. And we're once again out of cold, which means my people are going to freeze. Fate of the lookout. Sir, the search party returned in the dead of the night, empty-handed and unnerved. Found shreds of the man's knapsack and clothes in a circle of trampled bloody snow, and traces of dragging along a set of large paw prints. These are polar bear tracks, says an experienced explorer. These beasts normally keep far to the north of here until winter. Must get out of here. The weather really is getting crazy. I don't say. Rise your motivation, my dearest soldiers. Taking care of as many of them as we can. We should have invested into the infirmary, but wasn't really planning on it. Nine hours.
Report to your workplaces.
Rise significantly. Can't lead 2 levels. Raboom, 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 boom, boom. It's just a waste, isn't it? They won't address this. You can just fucking suck it up. Jesus, do your work. See, even without any heating, everybody is happy. We did our best. The end. You have prevailed. A huge generator slowly disappears from view, dwarfed by the mountains towering over it. You accomplished the most magnificent feat of engineering. Yet, the future remains uncertain. While your crew retreats to their quarters, you recall the tormented faces of convicts lashed by a freezing wind. They are headed to another project aboard a prison ship. You don't think they can see its completion. But the homeland, which you are so eager to see, is in disarray. Convicts won't see the new world you built. But what about your people? Was their sacrifice for someone else entirely? You did it. Oh, they still keep this gun. That's I like. This one I really like. Because this one is cool. A little fast forward move. Well then, we beat the scenario on nice edge, basically. Oh boy. "35 dead workers, 0 dead engineers, 0 dead convicts." What this price just? For that milestone of engineering, just 35 workers died. Yeah, fucking hell. Support capacity 800 citizens. Chances of survival. Poor. Died 113. Whew. It was fun. So what else do we have in scenarios? All of Winter Home. Okay, we played A New Home, we played The Arks, we played The Refugees. Do excuse me. And we didn't play this one yet, and we didn't play this one yet. Let's actually take a look into this one. Still have a bit of time. Not that much though. Suddenly it was an hour late because of all of the nonsense. Bad weather and suddenly everything goes crazy. Funny enough, I'd say. Funny enough indeed.
To whoever is out there. If anyone.
Oh yeah, there's me. I can see you.
Know that we were here. We did our best. We, the survivors, doomed by our own mistakes, aware of the risks and the price to pay. We took our last chance. And we failed.
Oh yeah, Winter Home Planet died. We know that much. The generator is made functioning. The leader ignored the problem for weeks. Unbearable cold and brutal repression drove us to rise up against him. Didn't go down without a fight, but the city was burned to the ground in the fighting. The generator hastily patched up. The first task as a new leader is to restore Winter Home, convince people it has a future, and you'll be able to investigate the cause of the generator malfunctions. Quite a few people here. The city looks kinda damaged. That's putting it mildly. People are suffering in this badly planned, starving, half-ruined city. You have to restore their hope and quell their discontent. For a start, remove the charred ruins to show that the city is recovering. Engineers will inspect the generator once you deal with the present crisis. Okay, so we do have a few things going on for us. Well then, first things first. Efficiency. Okay, we really need to start putting people to work actually, because, well, apparently nobody's working any longer. Can't have that now, can we? It's coal gathering post. A few more hunters' huts. Another cookhouse. Why the fuck that's out here all the way? I don't know. Medical post all the way out there. Yeah, but as soon as this one comes up, you should get some gatherable resources. And hopefully relatively fast, honestly. But people, you need to really get to work. And I do fucking mean that. Get to bloody fucking work. Okay, how does the temperature look? Yeah, without the generator, not so good.
Work time. Get back to work.
Okay, things are relatively warm. That ain't good. You do get a nice delivery of 800 coal though, so I guess not all hope is lost yet. Well, then I guess we need to get rid of the ruins. Jesus Christ, so much useless destruction everywhere. I mean, we do get wood from it, so I guess that's neat. And also, they also apparently passed a law to let children work. Not too shabby, I'd say. Now, if not for the fact that everything's at fucking ruins. But hey, I still got children to work. Yeah, that should help. Reduce this discontent to 25%, raise hope to 50%. Yeah, that's gonna be a tall order.
Listen, everyone. New law is signed.
How does it look efficiency wise? We make plus on coal. Okay. Coal sumper is doing its sumpy, which means we're actually producing coal. Well, it's a start, isn't it? Where was that? Medical post. I'm pretty sure I saw one. There it is. Can't really do shit about things. Hydrogen hope will rise slightly. Very slightly at that. Now, with the generator efficiency, and probably next the steam hub range upgrade, things should work out well enough. We should probably start with the upgrades for more efficient mining and stuff. Yeah, we'll need that. Yeah, sorry, we don't have the storage capabilities. Like at all, actually. But it seems to be somewhat working, isn't it? We have too many wounded though. Can't really take care of them. Do need to hit the medical posts though, otherwise things are gonna get ugly quickly. It should also help a bit of the coldness. We're still making a nice plus on coal. Okay. Winter home. You're gonna be a bitch, aren't ya? I mean, just getting rid of all of the bloody fucking... Yeah, it's gonna take forever, isn't it? Okay, so they actually had this all set up and they ruined it. Are these people idiots? Why do I even ask? Of course they're idiots. I could build a wood drill, but I already have a problem of actually storing all of the fucking wood I have. That's kinda like, you know, don't really wanna. I mean, we're producing an S-load of wood by dealing with those things. Let's heat some homes. Shouldn't be that hard because we're just about to build a few steam hubs. Now we're running out of coal. You have 2 coal piles. Where are my coal piles? Oh yeah, the ones who are getting produced here, isn't it? Yes, yes. I would probably need another coal thumper though. And we'll also probably need another garrison post. I would like to have you in the middle, but sadly that's not an option. When it's not an option, complaining is not gonna help. Like at all. You kind of feel like we need the long shifts. Like one of our people died, oh no, how horrible. Can't imagine how that ever came around. Health, won't work with hope will rise slightly, sure. The hope is basically down to, you know, the worst.
Brace yourselves. Cold is coming.
And give me coal. More coal. Because then the little guys who actually bring me coal can actually get in it, you know, put the coal down.
Your work shift starts.
Must hold on for a couple more days. 0 hope, Jesus Christ. These people are fucked, aren't they? I do mean this, they are fucked like no one's business. Cookers, ice, insulation. Honestly, I don't really think that this one too really requires a well thought out plan of how to tackle this. Otherwise, you are going to get fucked, aren't ya? Oh boy, you're gonna get fucked. Absolutely brutally. Like, how people are dying. Yeah, which one? This one? Can't really tell. I think it's this one at the least. Yeah, I probably should change one of them to wood, shouldn't I? So that the people can actually work. Oh, that explains why we have the charcoal kiln, doesn't it? What do you want, people? Some runes cleared. Hope will rise slightly. Like, I see. Frostbite, eh? Well, that sounds bad. Oh, we've noticed that the dead in the snow pit have been divided into two heaps. One lie the victims of the fires and the brutal attempts to pacify the riots, many with gunshot wounds. One is the charred corpses of the perpetrators, the previous leader, and his men. Some people talk about throwing them out of the city, far away from decent folk. Let's rise our hope. Because we do have a bit of a problem. With hope. Probably would help if you could get rid of those things so that we can actually start setting things up again. Alright, we're gonna burn some wood so that we can actually get some shit out, but Jesus fucking Christ, that's... I can already tell you, this scenario is gonna be, probably a pain. That's putting it mildly. Jesus Christ, winter home is kinda fucked. That is if I were to put it mildly. I do think that even if I put all of them up, I'm actually not gonna get much out of it, and my coal balance is gonna be rather negatively affected. Okay, send some other people out for resources, hopefully. Jesus, just cleaning all of this nonsense is that's such a fucking pain in the ass though, isn't it? Oh, how long will this take to actually clean out? I don't even want to think about it. I also don't like the fact that, you know, people are actually dying out there, but it's exactly one of those things where it's like, I can't really do much about that, can I? Okay, that helps a bit with the discontent. I can't build the House of Pleasure because that would reduce hope, and we don't have the fucking hope for that. Because we're running out of food. Again. Gathering posts are actually a pretty neat thing here, isn't it? Yeah, but we also don't get enough raw food in. Problems everywhere, I tell ya. Yeah, I can tell you, this scenario also going to require a bit of learning along the way, because I don't think I'm going to be able to... We really can't afford that. I mean, normally I would be all like, yes, feed the children more, good idea. Right now I'm like, yeah, this would fuck us over. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna have a lot of deaf people. Wrong. Give me some healthcare insulation, so my people don't freeze more than they actually have to. They will freeze though.
Finish your labors, people. The workday is up.
You want me to build a new medical post? I can give you a new medical post. That at least I can give you. Not much of a problem. What do you mean I broke my promise? I have peated some houses. Convince people to trust you again. Yeah, I don't think we're actually going to be able to do this. My hope is... you really need to start this differently, don't you? Yeah, absolutely. Abso-bloody-fucking-lutely. I'll probably build a lot more gathering posts. But hey, this content is risen. And my time has come. Yeah, I can undo it. Lucky bastard, he'll die quickly. You are really ungrateful people. I actually tried to help you, but now I don't feel like it anymore. You're banished. A band of grim men escorts you under the generator. The waiting crowd is silent. People observe you as you pass. The faces blank, but they were watching snowfall. You are summarily judged and spared the death sentence in recognition of your efforts. You're banished from the city instead. Which is the death penalty, considering how cold it is. It's minus 40 degrees, even in thick clothing you're gonna die. Quickly. I mean, there's no homeland to return to. But yeah, that's the start of the winter home scenario. Once again, very different to the other ones. Okay. Now let's take an educated look. Now we have beaten the first one, the new home, where you just need to, you know, the basic scenario, you need to survive. Then you have the arcs, that one we beat too, which is the one where you have to keep those 3 buildings warm and you basically have only engineers and automata to work. Pretty sure we tried this one and failed a few times. I have a relatively good idea how to do it, so that's something we could do. The Fall of Winter Home, the one we just tried. Still, once again, very different start, because basically the city is already completely built and was then ruined. And now you have a problem because, for example, you have the technology to building a coal mine. You just can't build a coal mine because, well, your fucking idiotic people have destroyed the previous coal mine. Now we need to clear the rubble again before we can. So it's gonna be a challenge of its own. Then we have the last autumn, which we just beat. And that ending was truly on knife's edge, let's be very honest here. I had completely forgotten or ignored the fact that my charcoal kilns are actually eating wood, which meant, of course, that without producing any wood, we ran out of coal at the very end there. One more day and we probably would have died. Luckily enough, we escaped successfully. And then there's On the Edge, the last scenario. I don't think I've ever actually played this one, so something to look forward to. Now, I will make myself a nice little load here so I remember. And, well, as much as I had to say, this will actually be all for today. I had kind of hoped to do the grinding stream for the Trails in the Sky today, but Because of the bad weather and the closing of schools, I kind of had to do a bit of babysitting, which threw off my scheduling a bit. Which, you know, led to me starting an hour later. Otherwise we would have done the trails. So yeah, I had to reschedule, and I do hope that schools will be open again tomorrow. Otherwise, I'll be probably burnt with my cousin again. I will need to teach that little shitface to not use my fucking private smartphone to browse fucking porn all the time. Pain in the ass, that one. I mean, I get it, you know, I really do get it. If you have a very strict mom, and your dad is, to put it nicely, a soft-spoken person. Not so nicely, he's completely under his hump. And, you know, your only access is to the internet in all of its glorious forms is heavily controlled. I get it, you would take the opportunity. But still, you know. Sucks to be me, I guess. I'll probably tell that story in a bit more detail when we actually have a bit more time. See, because that is the sort of story that really goes well with a grinding stream. When not much is happening on the screen, apart from repetitive little things like beating little shiny poms up. That's the sort of story that you can really tell with a lot of detail while doing that. Not so much this game, however, especially if you're playing a new scenario, because then I will actually have to focus on what I'm doing, so that I actually learn what to do. Anything else? Not really. Now, as you know, tomorrow is Friday. It means it is time once again for a Pillars of Eternity stream. If nothing goes wrong, and I assume so, I will not have to put that off to, you know, very late or very early the next day, depending on how things go. I hope actually to be able to keep this schedule this time, but it kinda highly depends on how things go. Also in this case actually on how the weather goes, but funnily enough. Actually the whole weather thing was actually my main reason to starting this one, wasn't it? I don't remember that. But yeah, I will try to keep you somewhat informed. Worst case scenario, you will not see me tomorrow evening, but tomorrow night, basically, from my point of view, or the day after tomorrow in the early hours. But don't worry, I will not let a stream completely disappear. That is not how we do things. But yeah, for the moment I will actually have to crawl into my bed because of the bad weather. I actually had a very short last night. It kinda murdered me. Having like, what was it? Maybe 3 good hours of sleep when you have to do a long day is taxing, and then having to drive around a little shit-faced fucking teenager so that he actually gets safely back home. Or did they then come back and discover that the fucking that'd be nice, yeah? The nice child used your fucking... I mean, to be fair, it's halfway my fault for not, you know, looking at, but there's nothing on that phone. There's no reason to look at. It was pretty much half my fault for letting it be at home. You know, I'm kinda not a fan of having 2 of them. I have one for work purposes and one for private purposes, and the one for private purposes basically gets no use. I really quite often actually forget it at home, because there's no reason to take it with me. Yeah, I'm going in circles. Kinda nice sign that I'm a bit more tired than I would like to admit, but we'll see this one again once the mood strikes me, and we'll probably try either the refugees scenario again to actually, you know, get it done right, or we try our hand again at the Fall of Winter home. I will actually try to keep the On the Edge as the last scenario as a bit of a special one for a special occasion. I don't know which occasion that would be, but let's just say it will probably come along, and we'll probably have some fun with it. And die horrible, either freezing, starving, or getting ousted by our people for being idiots. One or the other, something will happen. But yeah, so you have a general plan. This one will return, don't you worry. I do like to play this one though. That is the main reason actually why it will return. Just, you know, I need to be in the mood for it. And right now I'm actually, well, feeling quite a bit of an edge for playing some trails, but fucking time is not on my side. Also feeling a bloody edge for playing some fucking Pillars of Eternity again, because that is a fun game. I also have somewhat reason to decide actually what to play after Pillars of Eternity, but let's just say I will put that out for the future me. I do have a bit of a, you know, list of games that I do plan to play in order. And there's some nice things there going to come our way. Entertaining. At least for... But if I keep this scheduling now, probably for a year or so. Yeah. I think at the earliest I will have to think about some actually completely new things in like a year's time, so... do excuse me. It's something for my future me to take into consideration. For the moment, however, I will finally have to bid you adieu. Have a good one and all of that, and thanks for dropping by. It is, as always, highly appreciated. As for easily nameable ones, I see no one. Nope. And so, for all the more lurker-minded people. More people, basically. Because, well, never get tired of saying it, but it's usually my job too, being a nice little lurking person. Do feel appreciated. Pat yourself on the shoulder for a job well done on this fine evening, full of stormy weather, apparently. Although, right now it is amazingly quiet. Gonna be interesting to see how that develops over the night, though. Oh god, please let it be nice and quiet tomorrow morning. Please, God, just once. Do me a little favor here, eh? It's solid. I'll pay you back with interest, basically. Like, you know, I'm gonna do him a favor. I'm not going to become one of his martyrs. That's kinda a sucky job. Just gotta clarify that. I don't wanna sign, you know, a contract with the devil, basically. But yeah, well, this was relatively short. It was fun, and in case you missed it, do look at the knife's edge that I did for saving the people in the last autumn. It is amazing. It's amazingly brutal. I think I'm going to turn that into a highlight, actually, because that really it drove me to the edge. But yeah, I already said how things are going to play out tomorrow, ideally, normally, and if worst comes to worst. So do keep an eye out for the next one, and once again, thanks for dropping by, and well, have a good one. See you soon, as in tomorrow, with a good old-fashioned Pillars of Eternity 2. Man, are there many great games that I would still like to play. Jesus fucking Christ. You know, I just, while I was talking, actually took a look at my little list, because I have it close by. And yeah, that's still pretty damn full. See a bit of an imbalance there. Can I need to add a few more Western titles? I do have a few in mind you, but I haven't really added them yet, because when I put them on the list, I kind of want that to be pretty much their final place. So where in the ranking they stand is basically Red Points are going to become an official project that is going to be played and enjoyed most profoundly. Yeah, nothing to worry about. Things are under control. And that's chaotic as ever. Yes. After all, these are just broad strokes. Basically, it's for the scheduled things, so it's basically for the Friday and Saturday streams. Everything else is fun that I have a separate list that is just a mumbled bunch of potential titles that I would like to play, so I remember them actually. Some of these games actually written down here I actually would have to rebuy because I don't have them any longer. Which is a bit of a pain in the ass, to put it mildly, because, well, I don't think some of those are gonna be easy to get, but well. That's a worry for me to have, and for you to potentially enjoy. Things work well. Yes, much to look forward to, and all of the good nonsense. Yeah. Well, finally, bye-bye, and yeah, have a good one.